So hello my super friends, welcome to another episode of Roy Comics and I'm your host Aryan Roy. Godzilla King of Monsters is booming the theaters and I have seen the movie this weekend and in one word, it's awesome, just awesome. But I'm even more excited to see King Kong vs Godzilla on March 2020. So today I have decided to pit King Kong of 2005 against MCU's Hulk. Now why I have chosen the 2005 version and not the Skull Island version? Because the Skull Island version is nearly 105 feet tall while the King Kong of 2005 movie is 25 feet tall. So for competing against Hulk who is nearly 10 to 11 feet tall, I think the 25 feet is more suitable. So without any further delay, let's begin. At first I want to make it clear that the battle is based on three criteria: strength, speed, and last but not the least, endurance. So let's begin with strength. Starting with Hulk. There is no actual limits to his power. The angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. But still, Hulk was able to stop one of the monsters of Loki in Avengers with just a single punch. I mean, that fellow is nearly thousands of tons, and Hulk just stopped him with a single punch. That's crazy. Also in the web series Agents of Smash, it was shown that Banner himself built a vibranium cage in case Hulk loses his control. What's more interesting though is that there was a dent of Hulk's fist, which showcases that he was strong enough to nearly break an unbreakable method. Now let's move on to King Kong. In the 2005 movie, he was kind enough to rip the jaws and crush the snout of one of the Tyrannosaurus. And just for the GK, the bite force of a Tyrannosaurus is nearly 8,000 pounds. And I think you can imagine how much force was required by King Kong to do that. Also, Kong crushes the dino's head with a big boulder and kicks that ass in a classic monkey style. He also fought the humans in that movie with big machine guns in a kick-ass attitude. And also not to mention, he broke some planes loaded with machine guns and made them fly like they were paper planes. I think it's pretty much how Kong displayed his powers in the movie. So though there's a tough competition, I think, actually my opinion is, it's very tough. It's a draw. Now let's move on to their speed. So let's start with the Hulk. The Incredible Hulk of MCU has incredible speed, in addition to his super strength. He traveled the distance from Rio de Janeiro to Guatemala, which is around to Google Maps by 6,682 km, and he traveled the distance in 10 hours. So his speed becomes 668.2 km per hour. And again, just for GK, the speed of an average sports car is around 200 km per hour. So basically, he's 3 times the speed of a sports car. Now let's jump on to the big monkey. Actually, in the movie, there is no clear description of Kong's speed, except for he climbed the Empire State Building of height 443 meters in 3 minutes. So his speed becomes 2.46 meters per second, which is around 8.8 or by rounding off 9 km per hour, which is way less than the speed of Hulk. Hulk take this one easily. This brings us to the final round of endurance. So let's see, will Hulk triumph this battle or will this end up in a tie? Actually, I think this time I should start with Kong. In the movie, he got bitten by a T-Rex, survived gunfires, and kept his bone intact after he fell from a mountain or a cliff. But I guess the mountain or the big rock was smaller than the height of the Empire State Building. And after he fell from the building, we all know what happened. But wait, before you start writing hate comments, I want to make it clear that I am not criticizing the King Kong movie. Actually, I am a very big fan of the King Kong. And I love the movie because it was very much realistic. I am just telling you what was shown in the movie. Now, let's move on to our big green buddy. In the movie, he took this, and this, and this. And after all this, he got pissed off, same as we get when the teacher takes our examination paper before we have finished our exam. But this shows his extreme endurance. Now, some of Hulk's fans may say in the comics, he's immortal. But sorry my friends, I can't count this point as it has yet not been shown in the MCU. But from whatever we have seen, it is clear that Hulk's endurance is far more greater than that of Kong. Final score, Hulk 3, Kong 1. But don't worry Monsterverse fan, because this King Kong doesn't belong to the Monsterverse. So now, the real question would be, can Kong from Skull Island win this fight? The answer is, heck yeah. But again, I didn't want to compare him to the Hulk, because the difference of their height is about 95 meters. So, this brings us to the end of another episode of Roy Comics. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to Roy Comics and stay tuned for more such video contents. Till then, peace.